Ooh, it is Scorpio season and the spooky is on. I'm recording this on the third day of Scorpio, so it is at 2 degrees Scorpio sun right now. So the second degree is all about feeling what we feel. And Scorpio's like a laser. It's a no-nonsense sign. It is comfortable in the shadows. It wants to look at the boogeyman. That's why we do Halloween right here in the Day of the Dead. The beauty is that Scorpio can harness the wisdom that we need from our amazing ancestors, from the things that we are hiding inside of us. Now, you may be really uncomfortable right now. Things tend to, especially in the beginning of Scorpio, come out because it's fixed, it's relentless. It's not going to give up on what have you hidden, what have you not protected, what are you needing to say that you haven't said, right? This is also very monumental because we are leading up to the Taurus full moon lunar eclipse. So even though we've gotten a little bit of this, we're going into the Libra Aries nodal shift, we are completing where we've been. What does that mean? This weekend is the final crescendo of what we've been learning about being able to value ourselves, being able to monetize and get credit and be appreciated in love because we've handled the dark boogeymans and the things we've been trying to hide. And this has gone on, let's see where we're at, from all of 2022, a little bit at the end of 21, until about June of this year. And this is the crescendo. And so the full moon lunar eclipse is going to be on Saturday at 1:20-ish. So it'll be right in the mix of this amazing workshop I'm doing with Akal Jeet. This workshop is so on time because this powerful final crescendo about loving yourself, valuing yourself, being honest about your boogeymans is at 5 degrees. So it's Scorpio polishing the mind. Scorpio really throwing the gauntlet down like, are you sure you want to think that way? I have been doing these amazing offerings. It's called Being in the Trenches with Mahan Rajkar. And what it is, it's about really untying the knot in a mind. You know how sometimes we have this awareness. We go to therapy. Like for me, it's like I have a religion I really like. I go a few times. I like to go to AA meetings. I have Kundalini every day. My point is, there's a lot of things I'm doing that's polishing the mind. And things come up, right? And so there's things we notice as we do the things in our life that are healthy. I don't want to think that way. I don't want to do that. And yet, the awareness is not enough. Can I get an amen, right? Are you raising your hands? Like, how come I don't want to say blah, blah, or do da, da, but I keep doing it? That's where getting in the trenches really helps because there are certain things that are ancestral. There is certain ways that we sabotage ourselves that are thousands and thousands of years old. Much of it is because our ancestors had equally the power, the beauty that you have. And they were put in situations where if they didn't play small, they were probably going to be killed. And especially when you have family involved, you're going to do whatever it takes. And then this became a pattern. And what is happening on the earth right now is humanity is waking up. The people, the human family, see us linking arms together and staying together and fighting against this darkness that is beyond war, beyond big business, beyond politics. The healing of you is the salvation of Earth herself, right? And what happens is the mind gets overly magnetized to its pain. It's just used to doing it. And we don't want to be mad at the brain, but we do have to correct these types of patterns and habits so that we can be who we are. And what I know for sure, y'all, it is fixable. I feel like I was just talking to Mahan Gyan yesterday, and we've been just willing to be torn down mentally and stay in it, only to find this new version of ourselves immersion. And that's what I want for you. And that's what this full moon wants for you. You've been put on the ropes. And to acknowledge that, but also benefit from it. The benefit is this Saturday is the polishing of the mind. Come to class, we're going to do a full moon ceremony at 9:30. And then at 11:15, it is the perfect day to learn the first principle of Kabbalion, which is the universe is mind. The universe is mental, all is mind. It doesn't sound cozy, right? It doesn't sound super sexy, but it is super sexy and it is super cozy. It just takes some softening. And also, you know what it really requires? That's why we don't particularly love it? Responsibility. But once you start to really polish the mind so that it is a clear, laser-like mirror, now your manifesting capability just exponentially grows. And again, I was talking to Mahan Gyan this yesterday, and, a lot of us light workers have accomplished a lot, and you may be feeling like, I don't even know, I feel like a different person, and I don't know what I want next or where this is going. That's perfect. I'm with you. I can tell so much has changed, and it leads to changing in my business and in my relationship with Tony, but I don't really have the particulars. So this weekend is about holding space for the mind to be neutral, so that Divine Mother can work with us on a very, very deep level. So what this could and will look like is those of us who have been doing the Kundalini practice and working upon ourselves, a moment of stillness, a moment of neutral. And this may be a couple weeks, starting at this full moon, giving it 2 full weeks. It doesn't, sometimes people get scared, what is that? Am I not going to do anything? No, neutral does not mean we don't work, okay? We do what we do with absolutely no attachment. We don't project a future seed, but we take care of business in the daily life. And we do it with a pristine blank slate. And what happens in this is, because you've been working upon yourself, because you've gone through this, year and a half of Taurus and Scorpio grinding you, you're about to see a version, an option, a chapter arise in you that is beyond your wildest dreams, truly. And sometimes when I say it doesn't mean, for me, that doesn't mean I'm going to end up in a house on a hill. What it means is my level of happiness and gratitude and accepting and playing with my life just exponentially got bigger. That's how freaking cool it is. So anyways, we are in Scorpio season. The veil is thinning. This is my favorite time of year. We're going to be in Scorpio, then Sagittarius comes, then the winter solstice. Mama Bear is like, woohoo! I freaking love this. And I love loving you during this time of year. I'm going to put out something for, I always do a deal when we have these full moons. So I'm going to have mini readings, a sell on those. They're normally $40, and you can get a mini reading for $30. And I'm also going to reduce the price of a transformational light session. So look for that, and know I love you dearly. And I'm so glad we are on the earth together. Make the most of the Scorpio season. There may be a lot of sensitivity that has been coming this week. And, you got to give Scorpio a good 7 days to get her going. And then it gets to kind of the wizard magic kind of feeling. But the beginning is like, Scorpio digs into the shadows and says, how you doing with that? And Scorpio doesn't mince words. So listen, because our soul's like our sun, right? And so it responds to the sun in the sky. So it's like saying that God's personality is in the spooky zone, right? And you got a piece of God inside of you. So there's this interconnectedness, right? Interportal information coming from the sun itself. That's why we feel these seasons and these different personalities, because we have a piece of it inside of ourselves. I love you so much. I'm so grateful that you're a part of the GDF family. Satnam.